time for a breakdown.
Never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, John MaClain here with another fantastic time, a wonderful video, some TikToks that I found on TikTok. Ha! That was a great intro. Relax, okay? Awesome videos. We're going off grid today.
Now you're telling me not only do we have plasmoids in the sky and drones searching for the plasmoids, but now we have a vortex under the ocean where another civilization has been living for generations? I feel like every day I wake up to something new and something crazy, but at the same time, something that I believe because I believed it in my core being for my entire life. But these creatures apparently were discovered. An investigation under the water happened, and they found this civilization that's been there for decades. At what point are we gonna get photographs and like HD video of all of this? Because I can see it in my mind's eye, but I need to see it and I need physical proof of it. So have you guys heard of this civilization that's now under the water? I feel like I can't keep up with things.
Have you heard about this? I don't think I've heard of it. No, I haven't. I don't think. What? Relax. I got this. I got this. Check this out, though. I hope you trust your carpenter or your builder, your constructor, your foreman. I don't know. Stop it. Look at this. Is really nice right here. Check this out. They decked it out to match the surroundings perfectly. Parking on the something.
How do I get my water living off grid? I put a quarter in the machine and fill up my tank.
Ta-da! If you don't have a well, of course.
Every 55 gallons is 1 quarter. Arizona.
There you go.
Now I have 275 gallons worth of water for my trees and all my plants.
What will $1 get you? Get you some water.
My tummy hurts, and I'm mad at the government.
Hope you're enjoying these. I live off.
I call it a living vessel, an earthship that will take care of people on this planet by not harnessing, but encountering the natural phenomena of the planet to provide sustenance for people. And what we call sustenance is comfortable shelter, water, electricity, contained treatment of sewage, food, and addressing the garbage issue that you yourself produce. If we need trees and we don't need beer cans, why don't we save trees and build out of the beer cans? I developed a patented little beer can building block and built it, and the house still stands today. We need to blanket the planet with these. I want people to understand that we need them.
It's a lot of beer cans. Surprised he's still standing. It was fun. It was fun. Check out this little one right here. Not that much area needed. I always wanted to start like a little Ewok community.
I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
Looks really nice at night. I love those lights.
Hello, this is your reminder that not everything is super aesthetic and super pretty in life. Let's take a look. Still have yet to finish making this curtain, so there is a towel right there. We have a very lived-in corridor. Dishes that have not been put away yet, very typical. A homemade fireplace that is not super pretty. And just a regular work ladder. Small 300 square foot tiny home. Lived in. And neither of our cars are from this decade. I actually don't even think the Jeep is from the past 2 decades. And this is our small, little, beautiful, insignificant life that isn't super perfect and pretty and aesthetic.
That's what I'm doing. Check out this. This reminds me of when I went to Yosemite, and there was a lot of lakes when hiking up. It's like an 8 or 10 mile hike. Hiked up there, found a bunch of... See, like that water right there, I think you could tell. It just drops. Like, I was always afraid to go in the ocean because I was afraid it'll just drop. And then I'm like, where does it go? It's just the end of the world. Never mind, I'm talking. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. I didn't like the ocean, okay? Look, I know this isn't the ocean, but still, we're talking I don't know. See? The little drop? I knew it. Told you. I don't know. We weren't even arguing. I understand this. But look at... This was awesome, like the water.
So we had a pretty eventful Saturday. Got back to cobbing today. It was nice and sunny, which just really makes everything so much better. The cob dries a lot quicker and your hands aren't frozen. We're dog sitting. That's Jetta. She's a sweetheart. Oh yeah, our urine diverter. We bought that. That delivered. Super exciting. We thrifted these soldiers. Thought they were pretty perfect. There's our crown up and mounted. That was really fun to paint. And here's just a little update of how much we've cobbed today. We did the outside as well.
That dog was loving life right there. You see that? Check this one out. It's like enchanted. What? I am going to be asleep for a while. Look at that little stove at the bottom. Is that tight? Is that real? It has to be. I'm sorry, what? Why am I yelling? I saw it was tight. I'm gonna build something like this. You guys are gonna check it out. I hope. That'd be awesome. If you want to see my journey off-grid, subscribe, like, comment, one of them. Or you know what? Just I don't know, man. Just I hope you're having a good day. Okay, bye. Look at, instead of mashing grapes, we can mash the floor. Sure there was something better I could have said, but that's what I said.
Here's how I stay safe while living in a van. I keep a mannequin outside to help scare people off. I also place large male boots and construction equipment near my van. And I create small rock piles with voodoo dolls on top to keep away all negative energies. I use a feminine decoy tent to make it look like there are multiple people here. If the zipper is open, the tent is rigged to set off an alarm. I keep tripwire nearby that can also set off an alarm. And I have security cameras set up on the outside as well as on the inside of my van. I always carry bear spray and I keep hot boiling water at all times. I also keep an SOS signal on hand just in case of an emergency. I feel most vulnerable when I'm sleeping, so in order to stay safe at night, I always make sure to tie the seatbelts to the door so that they can't be opened. I have a fake construction banner that I tape on the outside of my van to make it seem like it's a male work vehicle. I have a small projector that plays a moving head silhouette, and I turn on a talking man audio to make it seem real. I know all of this may seem a little excessive, but it's really dangerous out there for us women, so I make sure to always take the right precautions.
Safety first. Safe for everyone. Safety. That was tight, that projector.
Oh, hi! I'm just foraging. It's actually berry season. So abundant. I've been here for like 3 moon cycles now, shedding all those things that no longer serve me.
Yeah, can I hotspot you?
I just love the bark. I feel at one with the bark. I'm actually 12% bark. That's why I can feel the vibrations through my foot chakras. I'm just getting a download from the earth. Possum needs me. Be well.
Be well. As long as you're living your best life and not hurting you.
If I don't get to do this, I feel like that's it. Like I might die.
Anyone else feel the same?
It's time to learn to get off grid. And it's time to poop outside again. And harvest tomatoes from the freaking roof of your house. Start using solar, get in touch with that free energy, and start showering outside. Being naked with butterflies is 20 times better.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not dancing, I don't know what you're doing. Why don't you wiggle, wiggle, wiggle?
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
That is 100% correct. If you're strong enough, it's
Yeah, I did, I think. Let me think. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm not libertarian. I'm a human being that wants the best for the rest of the human beings. And I want some common sense. And I want to be left alone. I want to pay low taxes. I want to be able to go build things and prosper and get all the things that have been promised to me in the Constitution of this country. That's what I want. And until people wake the up and stop identifying with left or right, Republican, Democrat, black, white, gay, straight, all the shit. Until we figure that out and stop doing that, we will continue to be abused by these people who hold them.
Who else agrees? Let's just have a good time. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for.
People who live off the grid are always showing up on the grid to show us how they're living off the grid. Make up your mind, fuckers.
It's to help you out, to show you it's possible. It's possible. We're here. Semi-off grid. Fine.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you listen. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic.
Yes. Let's do it, the MaClain.
I wake up in the morning. I add some wood to the fire. I hurt myself from the smoke. So I add some pine needles to the fire. Oh, ouch. Find wood for the fire. A little fire.
Food in the woods.
That was a fire burn right there. Watch out.
Fire safety is important.
Yum yum in my tum tum.
Hey there, chicken shitters. I want to make this video of our tiny home to show you how we live 95% off-grid on a piece of land that we have purchased in the middle of nowhere. We first started installing vines, shrubs, trees to give shade in the summertime, and then the stuff thins out in the wintertime so that way the sun can come back through and heat the walls back up. We installed a gutter guard on both sides of the cabin, and these run into 255-gallon containers. We treat it like you would a swimming pool, and then it can run inside on a pump. And you must, this is a must, you must have a really good generator because that generator will operate an entire house, and you will not miss a beat while you're living off-grid.
Harbor Freight.
Here's some more beautiful butterfly bushes that we planted. We even build additional...
Go where you want. Go where you want. That's where I went. I'm just saying. I'm not promoting it, though. Okay?
Porches on the side with awnings to give shade. On the top of our roof, you're going to see a lot of solar panels all over our roof and on the front and the back. We actually have a lot of wattage. It was a little pricey, but it's the best investment we've ever done. And more flowers here because it was so hot. We also installed a sandpoint well, and this hits down to 25 feet, and this is the pump that you place on top of it, and these work really great. Sometimes you got to be careful in the summertime. We have put lights on every part of our house, on the outside, on the front, on the back, on the sides. All this is operated by solar, and we have the brightest house in our hood. I did cheat a little bit, and I called the county out here. It was a lot of money, but I got me a meter put out here just for backup, but we don't use it much. We installed chicken coops, places to put chickens, pigs, any of the livestock. We put up a few greenhouses, and there's a video on how we made this one. It's really cheap. And what we're fixing to do with this is I'm actually going to clean this out and make this be our bathhouse. So stay tuned for part 2. Like and follow.
That's cool. Semi-off-grid. It's fine. Same thing.
Look at this American badass right here, son. That is an American badass. Look at the Pacific.
The only water source for this whole garden happens to be at the bottom of this hill. And there's one little pump inside here that makes this whole site possible. So about a week ago, we just finished installing a little bit of a underground pipe network where we have one outlet up by the chickens for that area and one outlet over by the other side of the kitchen garden, so it can cater for that and also for the terraces. So the pump that makes it possible lives in here, and it is the future pump SF2. And what it can do is it can lift water by 15 meters vertically and 500 meters horizontally. And the best thing about this pump is that it is completely solar powered. You can actually also use it to charge your phone. To build in a bit of water security on the site, we do have IBC tanks around the place, as well as a little bit of rainwater collection. But the thing about watering is that you usually have to water when it's hot, dry and sunny, and that's exactly when we can utilize the sun's energy as a solution to then water the rest of the site. And from the IBC tanks, I use those to fill up watering cans, and I can also irrigate straight from those using either gravity or the Gardena rainwater pump.
I'm just waiting for a few more people to join. You're so pretty. Oh, thank you. Where'd you get your necklace? It's Vivian Westwood. Thanks. I wish I was you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
That's hilarious. Right?
Check this out. UFO Mania came out, just posted this. This is in Brazil. If this is true, pretty freaking nice. What you guys might not know is there was footage that came out in 2009 of a pyramid floating over Moscow City, right? One during the day, one at night. Pretty crazy, right? 2014, a pyramid shows up in Pinturk incident, well documented. Kaz Clark has all the details about that if you want to reach out to her. 2019, USS Russell, Navy ship off the coast of California. That incident came out. That footage came out. Experts in their field said, oh no, that's not what you think it is. Pentagon a year later says, no, that is what you think it is. 2019, same freaking year. Pyramid shows up over top of the Pentagon. Okay? Two videos showing a pyramid floating over top of the Pentagon. Two different locations of the same situation. What you guys may not know is the National UF Reporting Center has cataloged 8,100 pyramid or triangular shaped objects in the sky, right? Since the 1960s. Okay? Many incidents with vehicles showing up around bases, right? Not only around specific bases, Strategic Air Command, according to Chris Mellon, the former deputy of the Clinton administration. Tell me that's not nuts, right? Tell me what you guys think about that.
That's
okay.
Intense.
I want to hear from the Carolina people. Is it true
Do y'all really have a lizard man legend going around?
Good story. I would love to hear a cryptid story. The more research I do, the more identical they are. So again, we have 2 hunters who are out in South Carolina. These are avid woodsmen. They're camping, they're sitting at the fire, and as they're winding down, they begin to hear what sounds like drumming. Something's like with force hitting something. They start to get up, and before they see anything, like every other story, they smell something. Just Bigfoot. It's like swamp and rotting flesh. They use the descriptor copper, kind of like a blood-like copper-like smell. They put a flashlight up and immediately glowing eyes, tall humanoid creature, long arms to the ground, and they freeze in fear. And the thing like postures up, dude pulls his gun, fires a shot, hits it, and it lets out the loudest roar they've ever heard. After getting hit, it doesn't stop. It keeps running at them, and they get in the truck, and the proof that they have is the tailgate of this truck has claw marks through the back, but instead of just being like punched, it looks like tinfoil that's been peeled back. Oh my gosh. But this thing with glowing red eyes and the brake lights chased them for a quarter mile before giving up the pursuit. A quarter mile, this thing's roaring and running them down a hill. They've never gone back to the woods. This was in 1987. They've never been back.
I mean, that's like the Mothman, just like it chasing them for miles.
In that region of South Carolina, there's like legends of a lizard man, and it fits exactly with other stories where people have reported similar things. It's terrifying, dude.
Cave systems in the mountains. I guarantee that's where they're all coming from.
But they don't want anybody living out in the boonies. Anybody that's got a couple of acres of land, his own water supply, and can grow his own food, and that kind of thing, have some sheep or some chickens. These people are a threat to the collectivist society because they aren't going to go to the politicians and say, please feed me, please clothe me, please give me shelter. Tend to be independent. That's the secret behind Agenda 20. They want people out of the country, want corporations out there growing all the food and that kind of thing, but they don't want anybody living out there because that way they cannot be controlled. In order to control mankind, we have to get them all into the big cities. We have to rack them up and stack them up and dependent on the state for their food, their shelter, their electrical power, water, everything. It's the dirty secret.
Facts. All for
This girl
purposes,
created an adorable
only
little spot inside her fish tank just
education.
for her cats. Whenever the cats get bored, they go under the tank and try to catch the fish, even though they never succeed. But adding these little holes inside the fish tank turned out to be the biggest mistake, because now her cats only have 2 hobbies, eating and sleeping.
You're detained right now, okay? Are those your shoes? Do you hear me?
Can I hear you? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Let's walk outside, okay?
I just want some cat food.
Hey, sir. Did you say these are y'all's shoes?
Yeah. Check them out, Joe.
Listen, you have their shoes on.
The judge?
Were these stolen earlier?
No.
The judge!
Hey, stop. Okay. Nina, do you have drugs on you? Did you take something?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Can you look at me? Okay. I'm worried about your safety, okay? So...
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you back next time. And if you're back and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment.